I remember there was one mom and daughter who came into our portable about a year ago or so, and you would never have known anything had ever happened to them in their lives. They're well dressed, they spoke well, and they came in, they gave us a thank you card. And the mom said, you know, I had a real tough time that happened to me about 6 months ago, and I just needed to get my feet back on the ground. And you guys helped me so much. And she said, we're okay now. And I just needed to have that little bit of help. I didn't need a lot, I just needed a little bit. And you helped out. And we just wanted to drop off a thank you card to you. And her daughter had said, it felt so good that I didn't feel like I was being left out of anything at school for this time. And when you're young and being left out, that's a horrible feeling. I mean, it doesn't matter how old you are. If everyone is doing the same thing at the same time, and you're the one person who's out, you don't feel good about yourself. Adults don't, kids don't.
The sense of feeling included, inclusivity is really, really important, because it really boils down to that Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? You know, you've got your food, your water, and your nutrition, and then the next thing is feeling that sense of belonging, as I said earlier. And that therein lies the idea of inclusivity, because we want to feel like we're working together and we have something in common with others, and that's the foundation of any relationship. If students are not, if they don't have that sense of inclusion, that they belong, that their voice is heard, then they're going to feel like they're going to feel alone. Being able to participate in these activities that build on inclusion is paramount. It's important for kids to be able to relate to experiences that they can say, hey, do you remember the time when? Simply sitting down and breaking bread with a peer group. Those are all important things of part of growing up. I think we're talking about not just participation. I think inherent in that thinking is being active in your learning, being active in your social interactions, and being an active participant. And not just, I can participate, I can go on a field trip, I can still choose to not fully engage while I'm on that field trip, right? But being able to go on these field trips will give you that one extra boost to allow those interactions to take place as well. So yes, participation is the very, very first step towards all of these other great things that would come.
I think field trips and excursions for school for children is huge. As equal to what they would learn in the classroom, and you'd hate the thought that children are missing out on that opportunity, because this might be the only chance that they would ever have to have those opportunities, because a family wouldn't be able to take 5 or 6 of them together, but one child can go with their class and have a great experience and be part of what's going on. I think we both talked about that a bit, that when we were kids, we might have missed the odd outing because our families were not necessarily a great spot, but it wasn't quite the stigma then. I think today, and especially in this community right here, there's a big variance between those who have and those who have not.
The other side of that is too, when you're on a field trip with your friends and classmates, that's where you form relationships with people. You know, they're so important to be part of that trip and that culture, because if you're not there, you miss out on all that. So you're sort of the guy or gal left out in the wings, and you're not part of the team, so to speak. And so I would say on a 1 out of 10 on field trips, 1 to 10, it's got to be a 10. Like, every child should be able to go on a field trip.